All right, so this is going to be our lecture number 40, and of course in the DSA series. And for now we are covering the number system series. So till now we have covered, I think, 4 videos over number system. So if you have missed those 4 videos, then I'm very sure you are not going to learn from this video anything, because those videos are the base for any kind of solving the problem of any number system. So I would request you, please go and watch those videos first. So coming to this one, what we are going to see today. So let's see here. So till now what we have seen conversion from decimal to binary, decimal to any base, even any base to decimal. Fine. Now the thing is, I mean, the today's program is going to be very easy, but in the initial you will find it very difficult. So let's see what is this. We have to, let's say we have been given a number of any base, and we have to convert this number to any base also. We don't know in which base we have to given. So let's say you have been provided with a base, let's say 2, which is the binary, and you have to convert this number into octal, and you would be provided a number. Fine, but these bases would be entered by user. So the program is all about any base to any base. Fine. So don't scared of this, because let me explain you, it's very simple actually. Fine, even let me hide this also. Fine. So now what we are going to see is, so we have to convert a number from any base to any base. Let's say we have been given a source base, and we have to convert n into destination base. Destination base. Fine. So you already know, to convert any number, I mean from any base to decimal, like you have been given a base and a number, so you can convert any base to decimal, let's say into 10 base. And you already, I mean you also know converting decimal to any base, decimal to any base. So if you know all these logic, converting to any base to decimal and decimal to any base, like we have to go from source to destination. We will not take this part directly. Instead of this, we would take this path. Firstly, we would convert this number into decimal from any base. Then we would convert this decimal number into any base base which is being given to us. So why it is not working directly, I would explain either in the later, or we would explain this in the later videos. So but the thing is, you have to see here, we would convert this number from source base to decimal first, and then decimal to destination base. So this is very simple, you already know, like I have already covered these two programs, converting source to any base to decimal and decimal to any base. So we will use the same methods only. So here what we have to do, firstly we would take two inputs from the user. What we would take from the user, we would take source base from the user, and we would take the destination base also, dest base, and at the end we would take the number also, and we would make a method called any base to any base to any base. And inside this, what we will do, we will pass source base and dest base also, and n. So we would pass these three numbers. Fine. And also we have to define this function also. So how do we define the function? You already know. I've already discussed the syntax to define any function. So public static and int. So this would be the return type of this number, and inside this we are going to take source base, dashed base, and the number, which is n. Fine. So here what we have to do, firstly we have to convert this number from any base to decimal, from source base to decimal. So I would take this decimal and I would call a method any base to decimal, and in this we would provide the base and the number. Fine. So and this is source base. I would provide it as source base from where we want to go into the decimal, and then I would call another method decimal to any base, and inside this we have to pass this result, not the n. See the difference, we have to pass this decimal number, not the number, because we have to convert this decimal into any base now. So please take care of this. I have seen many students who used to do the same mistake, so I want you do not repeat this one. So decimal into destination base, dashed base. Fine. And we would receive the result into a result variable, and we would return the result. Fine. So if you are wondering where are these functions, we have already made these function in our previous videos. So I would simply copy paste from my last code. So this is the method for any base to decimal, and this is the method for decimal to any base. Fine. So let's see whether this program is going to work or not. So I'm going to clear the screen. Fine. So let's say I want to go from I would say binary to decimal this time. Fine. So I would enter first source base, which is 2, and I want to go into destination base, which is 10 of the decimal, and the number which I want to go with is, let's say 101. So this is the representation of 1 and 4. So this is the binary of 5. So I should get 5. So as we can see, we are getting 5 because this is converting from binary to decimal as to the 101, which is the decimal of 5. So I would run it again. So if you see here, now this time I want to go from decimal to binary, 10 to 2, and I would write here 15 or 16. So the binary of 16 is 1000, and let me run it for octal also. So I want to go from decimal, which is 10, to octal, which is 8, and I want to convert a number of 20. So let's say 83. We have seen the example of 83 in the last one. So here we should get, I think the example was for 1 to 3. So let's see. So as we can see, we are getting 1 to 3. So this is the destination base, which is octal. So we have gone from decimal to octal. So I hope you are very clear with this program, and nothing much, because we have not done anything in this. We just have called our previous method. See here, we have not done anything. We have just made the call to our previous methods. So I hope you got the logic behind this, how we are converting from any base to any base. And if you are finding this video confusing, then you should watch my previous videos of number system, at least not all the videos from DSA. You should watch my number system videos, so that you should not be having any issue. Fine. So if you like this video, then hit the like button, and you know the drill. If you are new to this channel, then you should subscribe to this channel also, because I have already uploaded 40 videos related to DSA, and going to upload the more videos over the topic of the DSA only. And of course we are going to cover this number system series very soon. We are left with few programs. If you see here, I'm not taking any silly programs. I'm taking some challenging programs. so that you can face even in the competitive, let's say competitive scenarios also. The thing which I just wanted to explain here is you should subscribe to the channel, because I am going to upload more videos related to DSA here. So that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.